Welcome to the Beer League 2.0. It's your commish, aka Budweiser.
What's going on, guys? I had a good week. If you won, raise your hand. I'll just
Come on.
hey, how's it going, guys? Man, it's great.
Need you
I'll
20
just say
seconds.
this: Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm done. That's it. that's what really I would say won me the game, or the week. So we'll just leave it at that. Shout out to them.
Mm,
So
Alvin Kamara killed me. But it's okay because I have him in other leagues and he did very well for me. So I'm
no,
good
for
with that.
sure. I mean, he was great.
I'm good with that. So, but first thing first, I know we got that out the way. I'm glad you talk about Kyler Murray and his epic perfect day rating, which is one of two they had ever in the Cardinals organization.
And one of them belongs to him, right?
One now belongs to him.
That's awesome.
We'll see how long this lasts. But how long
is it something temporary though? That's my question.
about better temporarily than
Was this just kind of like they had a hot hand last week, and
I think they
will
had
this
a
continue?
very good game plan, and I think it can continue a little bit, not as much as you think, like all season long, and some of it can be
Right.
steady. I think it's
No,
going to
no,
be
for
able
sure.
to continue as far as being maybe a hot hand for 2 3 weeks, and then a dip.
I mean, if it continues for 2 3 weeks, I'm happy. I am happy because I got some tough opponents coming up on my end. So,
What about this
people.
whole thing with if you're talking about the hot hand? I mean, the hot hand really is going to New Orleans.
Oh, you're talking about winning streaks? Yeah, I mean
No,
they've
I'm talking
won.
about everything. New
Well,
Orleans.
I mean, yeah, they're on a winning streak. It's two, right? But it's really not a winning streak. I mean, yeah, it's a streak, but
Oh come on, you're downplaying them. That don't do that to
no,
them.
I'm talking about their wins. It's just two wins, all right? Like they have won in a spectacular fashion. Absolutely. I'm not. That's what I'm debating on myself to say is a streak or not. 'Cause it's just two. I mean, the Texans are on a winning streak as well. So and they've been some tough matches for them.
It
But
was a tough matches, I would say, but
but
I can't say that
but
as
do you
much as
want
we
a
talk
piece
about.
of? I was gonna just say, do you want a piece of the Saints right now? Like, do you want a Raheem
Yes,
Shaheed?
yes.
Do you want well, if you got some Chris Olave, you got some
Mm-hmm.
Kamara, you want some Derek Carr? You
Mm-hmm.
want some Derek
Mm-hmm.
Carr? Do you want some Tyson
Mm-hmm.
Hill?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Who's their starting tight end over there?
Juwan Johnson.
And do you want a piece of him? I mean, you know who looked
Mm-hmm.
really great? Okay, so basically you want everything. So guys, according to Jamal, if
Mm-hmm.
if there are any Saints players in the waiver wire right now, pick them up. Pick them up.
Yes, I
Pick them
would.
up.
I would.
Great.
Have you seen their schedule the next couple of weeks?
So do you think that they're going to be on a hot streak for at least the next couple of weeks?
They play the Eagles at home next week.
I
Okay.
mean, the way the
We
Eagles played last night, I thought they were going to win. And I don't mean just because that I thought how I saw them play. No, I just thought the Eagles were going to beat the Falcons because the Falcons didn't look good last week. So I'm just surprised that, well, they lost. And I just can't believe they lost. They should have won. I mean,
let me put it down to you
you
simply as this.
have Saquon Barkley. You're missing AJ Brown. That's perfectly fine,
Mm-hmm.
but you should have hit more. Now for fantasy purpose reasons, how did Devontae Smith do for you?
He did quite well.
He got a touchdown. Yeah,
He
he
had
got a
his eight
touchdown.
nine catches, which is
He
what
had
I
nine
thought he was going
catches
to
and a
get,
touchdown.
and a
Yeah,
touchdown. He got
yeah.
about 70 yards. This is exactly what I thought he was going to do. He's going to excel next week more than I thought it's going to be Mike Evans, which y'all all call me crazy. I don't know my football.
That is crazy though. I mean, when you put the likes of Mike Evans in
Against
a
Devontae Smith, and I said
uh,
you,
well, it was Devontae Smith and uh, who was it? Debo Samuel? No, it wasn't
no,
Debo.
Debo
Who
Samuel.
did you pick? Jesus Christ. We have to. I know I cut him though. I was like, man, look, that is not.
I had it here. Maybe go through it back again. It was DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. Yeah, well, he did respectfully actually as well. So surprisingly, we
Most
all cut him.
respectfully, most respectfully though. But okay, before we get into all
Well,
this
he did
stuff and
better
how
than
we get
Mike
to,
Evans. So
yeah, exactly what I said.
that's what I mean by respectfully. So I mean
Okay,
that's a fair
so
point.
my order was correct. So before we get into that, the hot streak. Would I want anybody on the Saints on a hot streak right now? Yes. The next three games for the Saints have been the Eagles at the Saint Superdome, the Falcons, and they got KC at KC Monday Night Football. Are you telling me those three kind of high power, problematic offenses are going to have a shootout with because the Falcons are a divisional game? How are they going to go move forward with it? Trust me when I say yes, the streak could continue for the Saints.
So, but okay, when we say this the hot streak, you're just saying about winning, right? That's all you're saying. You say this hot streak. Do you mean that they're going to continue winning, or that they're going to continue winning in that fashion, right? Because they've been blowing people out the water, and the next opponent they're going to see is the Kansas City Chiefs, right? So
No,
that's that.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
who are they
The
seeing?
Eagles.
Oh, sorry, the
Eagles.
Eagles. Okay, but who? That's going to be tough. So who are the Saints? Who are the Saints going to see? That was my question. Who are the Saints looking at this
The
week?
Saints are going looking at the Eagles at home,
Oh, geez, yeah. So
and
that's
then they travel to the Falcons, and
Mm-hmm.
then they go to the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night
Oh,
Football.
so okay. So man, look that the Eagles game. If the Eagles are playing away and they just played bad, I don't know, man. Like I still think it should be a close game. The way that the Saints are playing, but the way that the Eagles played, I don't know. Like, man, it's so disappointing, bro. I'm not even an Eagles fan. I feel bad for them. So,
Okay, so go ahead. Well, go ahead and finish your point, and I'll talk.
um, I think that in the next 2 weeks, if they win those two games, I'll believe in them. But for now, it's kind of
We
tough
don't
to
need to
believe in
believe
the
in them.
Saints.
We don't need to believe
No,
in them.
no, the Saints. I'm not talking about the Eagles. Dang.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, we
God
don't need
damn. This dang. I'm not even worried about the
Spicy.
Eagles, dog. I'm just saying. We're talking about the
Spicy
Saints
today.
right now. Yeah, we're talking about the
Let me
Saints.
let me
Yeah,
pop that balloon on him real quick. Let me
this
My
talk
bad, I'm
about
guy,
the
driving.
Saints and the high power
I'm
offense real
driving.
quick. When
this
I
guy
say the
really,
streak
really
just
mad.
for you, I'm saying about the fancy streak and how high powering this offense is. We were discounting this
Okay.
offense from all season, saying that they were sucked, nothing exciting. I love he had that face in the interview. He says it's the doom of the Saints. They're going to a whole real build and redo this whole thing next year. No, they came here with a plan. They came here ready to go through this thing. And in fact, if anything else, if I'm the Eagles, I'll be very worried going to that. What's the Super Bowl, Superdome, or is it called the Ben Stadium?
Oh, you're talking about but
Sydney
for
Superdome.
their home
Oh, it's
stadium?
casino. It's a casino. It's a casino Caesar Stadium. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
very worried about going to New Orleans Stadium and trying to get the W. I'll be more worried about trying not to get embarrassed on TV by Derek Carr. That's the God honest truth. Because those Saints look like they've been marching in everywhere they go, and they just don't care. They're going to just beat you up, run up and down the field. And one of those plays is going to be a big old bomb down the middle of the field
Oh yeah.
to Rashid Shaheed.
Honestly, darn it.
Hey, Josh, if you can hear us, you're cutting off really bad. Hey, if you can hear us, Josh, you're cutting off really bad.
What?
If you can hear us, you're cutting
Oh
off
yeah,
really
I probably
bad.
don't network. I probably shouldn't be doing. I probably shouldn't be doing this while I'm driving. To be honest, guys.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, you guys want to have that to like the worst time for me. I'm fucking heading home.
It's not my fault the Eagles lost, and you have so much to say about it.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You won't even allow me to talk. Like I can't just end the call and now I gotta be reckless and drive while I do this. I got to defend my team.
But don't just pull over.
All right,
Pull
so
over at a bar.
let me just talk
Pull over
about
at a
let me
bar.
talk about the game real quick, okay? Let me talk about the game. Yeah, I might have to pull over in this bitch. I really wanted to get home because I still have 50 minutes of driving.
It's okay.
But so yeah, let me tell you about the game against the Falcons. It definitely wasn't the prettiest. We definitely made some bad coaching calls, especially with the field goal. We should have definitely went for that field goal early in the game. I don't know why we didn't. We decided to go for it, and because of that, I mean, we were down 3 points, so we wouldn't even have to be in that position at the end of the game if it wasn't for just kicking the field goal. That's all we had to do. So there's definitely some questionable coaching calls. On top of that, I will say this though, one, we didn't have AJ Brown. That is a huge loss for us because that is our main weapon. It opens everything else in that offense. Opens up Saquon. It opens up Devontae Smith more. So yeah, not having AJ Brown is a big problem for us. And it showcased itself. I do think we did really well with the rushing. Saquon Barkley being Saquon, and Jalen Hurts is looking just, dude. He was running his ass off, and he looked really healthy, and he looked really good rushing. So I was really happy about that. It's just the game management, the play calling was questionable, and then just at the end, just choking it. Saquon dropping that catch when it should have just been a running play. Honestly, we should have just been running timeout. We should have just ran forward, got a few yards, and then tush push. Brotherly shove, what you want to call it. So I just feel like the coaching was terrible. We made bad decisions left and right. We pretty much donated the game to them. All Atlanta had to do was just make big plays, and they did. I'll give them. I give them props for that. They exploited us when we just kind of let our foot off the gas, and we've done that a lot last year too. And that is my concern, is just not finishing games, man. We got to finish these games.
Hey, and you guys didn't rush much either. You guys didn't pressure the QB.
Well, I think 20. Yeah, I mean we did. We rushed for like 20 times with Saquon, and then Jalen Hurts had some rushing too. So we had a nice balanced game on offense. It's just we didn't make those big plays through the air, besides to Devontae Smith. But we didn't. We had to lean on Covey to make plays. That's how we're struggling.
Like you guys didn't pressure the QB much.
Pressure QB much.
That's what I meant. Like you guys
we didn't pressure. Yeah.
Didn't pressure, man. Like you guys should have. I watched the game and I was like, why aren't they rushing the fucking QB? Why aren't they pressuring him? There wasn't much pressure, man.
That's one of the takes that you saw last week before. Week 1 was the Steelers were pressuring Kirk all day long. In fact, they got into his head at one point.
Yeah, and you saw that works, man. I mean, you want to win the game I feel like they might have underestimated the Falcons just a little bit, bro. To be honest,
I think you're right about that.
For them not to take the field goal, I'm like, you really
just silly. I think that's just being kind of cocky and arrogant and kind of being full of themselves on offense.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they probably thought, like, man, we're gonna smoke these guys. We're like, who fuck the field goal. That's probably. I mean, that's about the only
I don't understand that. I was pretty much yelling at my team. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Why would I was trust me? I was pissed off. And then at the end of the game, once I saw Saquon, once I realized they were throwing the ball and Saquon dropped, I'm like, we're gonna lose that game. I just knew it. I felt it deep inside my heart, man. I was like, man, we're gonna fucking give up this game. Just it's all in the script. Like we are not gonna make.
I wasn't the only one who said, "What the fuck? Why are they kicking a field goal?" I'm not the only one. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No. Yeah, coming from me, man. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, why are we going for this? It's unnecessary. Let's get the points on the board. Let's get this thing going.
I was just like, what is this? Are we what? Like, I'm not with y'all, but damn, like, y'all shouldn't have lost. It's just something that I didn't expect. So that's how to touch base with the Saints playing against the Eagles. If the Eagles continue to play like this, the Saints are gonna give them a big old wake up call, and then
that's what I'm saying.
Then they're gonna realize what's gonna happen.
No, they should have realized that by then. After that game, I'm sure they're looking within themselves and be like, how did we just give that game up against the Falcons?
Did y'all see
we struggled against
the
struggling team, and it should. Yeah, I'm just like, man, hopefully that was a wake up call on its own, because we're gonna have to bring it all against the Saints. We're gonna still be down AJ Brown. He's gonna be out a few weeks. Yeah. So I mean, we got to make better play calling. We've got to find creative ways to get people open. We got to play well on defense. We've got to contain Rashid Shaheed. And we do have to pressure the quarterback. Like you said, we didn't pressure enough because that Kirk Cousins got a little comfortable and found his rhythm. So we can't. We got to be that disrupting defense I envision us to be. Before the season started, we just haven't been disrupting much. So
did you see the post interview, bro? Did you see?
Hell no, I turned that shit up. I was pissed.
You didn't see Jalen Hurts almost cry on TV, bro?
No,
I didn't see that. I'm glad I did it now. I'm glad I did it.
Look it up and tell me what you think about how he's speaking and how he looks. Tell me, Jamal. You don't gotta look at it, Josh. I'll share it in the group chat.
Did he sound like his morale was gone? Did he sound like he was defeated? like crushed.
No, he
I
sounded
can,
like he was like a grown man was about to cry, and I promise you, I'm not making this up. I I
yeah,
I know I exaggerate, and I know y'all know me as a bullshitter, but I'm telling you, when I saw when I saw him and heard him speak, the emotions that he had on his face, like this, and he's talking like bro, very
But he
short breath.
always talks like his eyes just squint like this, like
Okay,
this.
all
He
right,
always
bro.
talks like that
That
in a
boy looked
way.
like he was crying.
So that's
He
not a
looked like he was about to
surprise.
cry. Eh,
yeah, and that's the problem
On
I had with him last season too, man. He just like whenever they lose, whenever they make a bad play, it just seems like he pouts or he just kind of like just kicks himself in the ass a little bit too hard instead of just be like, okay, I got this. I made a mistake. We're gonna move forward and fuck put that shit in the past. Like it seemed like he carries all that weight on his shoulders. Whenever they make a bad player, when they lose, he just looks like he's down all the time. And I don't like that shit. But when he makes a big play, he's all hype about it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm the great. I don't like that about him. I really don't. So I feel like he needs to just learn from the mistakes that are made and fucking just work on getting better. Not just wear the fucking emotions on your shoulders.
Let's go to another QB who needs to be wearing more emotion in his thinking, Mr. Tua.
oh man, look, Tua.
What are your thoughts, just in general, first of all, about Tua, and then what do you think is the best option for him right now?
Is his body and is his time to evaluate himself again.
Hmm?
And when he goes to a specialist, and depending on what he tells him, I mean, he's gonna decide what he wants to do. If they tell him, "Hey, this is just something that's gonna continue to happen, and you should stop," and he continues to play, then he continues to play. If he listens and stops, then he stops. Honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, you're only good at one thing. And I'm not saying that's what he's good at, but you love and are great at that thing, right? You made it to the NFL. You're an NFL QB.
It's a very
It's
small
going to be
opportunity. People say
tough.
that.
It's going to be tough to just let it go. I'm telling you right now, like you get paid millions of dollars to do something that
You're
you
about to get
love.
paid more.
Right.
About to get paid more.
Right. And so why would you stop playing? I understand that. But, if it's a life and death, man, I hope he that makes the right decision. But I honestly feel like he's going to play. He probably just needs to revisit another way of falling again. Um he remember when he right after the season he got those concussions when he came back, he was falling awkwardly, but he was falling to where he didn't get hurt because that second concussion that put him out, if you see, is because he fell and just fell completely straight on his head back on his helmet, and he got
Yeah.
concussion out of that. So remember, they were practicing how to fall. They made him gain weight, so he doesn't get as hurt as much. So I mean, there's things you could revisit that were working because he didn't get a concussion last year. So revisit what was working.
Um, no, actually, he didn't get concussion. I think it was the year before he got the concussion
Yeah,
against
that's
Green
what I'm
Bay.
saying. And
Yeah,
so
you're right.
revisit those, man. If you want to continue to play, also make it safe for yourself. Especially, if you're the team's quarterback. God, I mean, you're the brains, you're the guy. So set that example.
So you're saying is that Tua should be allowed to continue.
If he wants to, and the doctor says there's nothing that's gonna kill him, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like you said, they can't bench him because that's like breach of contract. You're not letting him get all his money, right?
In a way.
Okay, so either you play him, and either he says he can play and you play him, or you don't. But then that's because he chose to, or medically he cannot. That's just how I feel about that.
Mm. Josh, what do you think, Josh?
I mean, if you ask me, man, I personally think he's had way too many concussions for the last few years. Typically people don't have that many brain injuries in the span of 2-3 years. And I'm really concerned. With just the increase of CTE cases and just brain trauma and just people just not really having quality of life after they play football. I really am concerned for this guy, and he doesn't see it now, but later on down the road, man, this could definitely come back and bite him in the ass. So I mean, yeah, he's definitely gung ho for playing. He loves football. You can tell he's, it's passion. It's just sometimes it's just hard to leave your passion behind, especially if you get medical clearance and the NFL is like, yeah, you're good to go. It is a
Yeah.
business at the end of the day. There, then he's gonna be like, yeah, all right, cool. He's not gonna really think as much about it because like you said, he's been medically cleared. The NFL is not gonna tell him no, you're unfit for the position.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna do that. And because of that, he's going to continue to put his body and his health on the line.
Let
And
me
at this point, it's like, yeah, like you said, a light wind can knock him over and get a concussion from it. It's like there's a button on his head, so where any light tap is going to just knock him out. That's not
that's
good for your
true.
health. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for your longevity. You
I
know,
would I would say this though, that much as we say about the contract, he does have an injury clause in there. It still pays him quite a bit of money. Not the full amount, but it still pays him quite a bit of money against the injury. Another thing is also is we say that the NFL can't bitch him this and this still to play. To a degree, yes, you can't really bench the player who's been medically cleared to play unless he meets the standards of what the procedure aftercare is. He really should be starting because he's a starting QB, and they have no one else in competition to play better than him. He should be starting, but nothing to say that he gets bought out his contract after 2 years, and he's a free agent.
yeah.
Nobody gonna touch him at that point.
Yeah, I think you're right. After his contract will be over, but I mean, he just signed it and it hasn't even took place, right?
It doesn't take place yet, but
So,
they can
so
buy it out. The Dolphins organization could do the right thing and say, "Hey, here's the money, bam, buy it out. You need to be with your family," and they can make a deal with them. He might not be happy, but he got paid, and that's all that matters in the contract. That he got paid the money. It's a lot of money to come up front with it,
I
but I
don't
think
know what his
for
contract is like.
like
So
210, like 210
for what, 4 years?
for the 4 years. The injury, I think the injury is like 210. The guarantee is 210. I think he's settling in around 180. I think for the injury settlement.
I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. You get that all at once or monthly or what you?
Just once.
Oh man, yeah.
Florida, I think Florida has no state tax neither. So
I'm
Florida
not sure
180.
about that, but hey,
Yeah, I'm not
whatever
sure
you
about
say.
that. And then
um,
get done with it.
yeah.
And let him do his thing, and then nobody's gonna pick him up in the NFL. I know
No,
that's
no,
for a
no.
guarantee.
I don't think no one's gonna pick him up. So I feel like if that's the case, it's like one or two things that happen. He could go past this and not have concussions anymore, or have very
Mm-hmm.
few, and it was just a time in his life. Or like you said, they probably, or this is what it's looking like right now, that hey, you're gonna play, but nobody's gonna touch you afterwards. And then as soon as you get like two more concussions or something of that nature, or one more, then your doctor might tell you can't play.
Not
And
only
now,
that,
now
the
you
money gonna be less.
medically can't, huh?
It could be less. The money could be very far less too.
Well, you
As
said
they,
with the injury clause, it's
that's
180.
right now. Right now,
Why would it be right now? Well, what changes from right now till tomorrow
the
or the next
years and the
year?
contract goes into effect, and then also the saying that the money is more valuable now. If he gets more concussions, they can
I
look at a
mean,
clause
look,
and say that,
okay, we're
hey,
talking
you
about
tried
money,
this.
which we should be talking about his health. So I'm just gonna say this:
That's true.
let
I'm just
him
saying.
decide what he wants to do, bro.
Let him decide what he wants. Do I still think he should play? No, I honestly don't think he should play.
If they clear him, I say go
Don't
for it
care.
again.
I say no.
You
If
know,
they
That's
you know
clear,
what sucks about this situation though for him. Okay, so say you had like an Alex Smith injury, right? Where he
mm-hmm.
just completely fucks up his leg and he just can't come back from it, right? That's kind of forcing his hand in the situation, and probably would just like he wouldn't be interested in playing at all anymore because it would just be too painful or he's traumatized from it. Basically, this dude's getting back up and be like, "What happened?" Family wouldn't want him to deal with that either, but him just getting up and not realizing what happened. It's like he's just ready to go back out there again. It's
I don't.
probably
Even,
killing him that he can't go out there right now, but he's
it,
got to get medically cleared.
it probably is killing him, and I imagine it kills anybody who does something so passionate since they're like 2 or 3 years old, doing it so well on a high performing level, especially like a national championship level at Alabama. It is hard to be taken in because you made it to the elite level, like Junior said, but your family needs you more than anything. And I don't even think this guy is he married. I don't
I
know.
have no
They say his
idea.
wife
I have no idea.
and the kid is not even 30 years old. He's younger than all of us. Way
That's what
younger
I'm
than me.
saying. And think about
Yeah.
it. You think he's gonna want to give that up? I really don't think he's gonna want to give that up at
But
all.
what about your kids though? You want to think your kids gonna want to at least know who you are?
I know what you're saying, but I'm just telling you, like, you're a man,
I get
right?
that.
You remember when you were 20 something, right? Your ego's through
Yeah.
the roof. You're a freaking starting quarterback with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, all these guys, Achan, Raheem Most. You know they and you're amongst that group of a winning team. You really think he's gonna say I'm gonna stop? I don't think that's crossed his mind nearly enough for him to stop. Unless they have medically told this man he cannot play football or he cannot get hit one more time. I think that's the only way that he will stop. And it's not even about the money. It's like, think about it. You do something you love, you're getting paid for. Man, like, you have the best job in the world.
I get it. I guess so.
That's just how I feel. That's just
I
how I
guess so.
feel. You know, daydreaming of being a professional football player.
Well,
It's like,
but yeah, with all these injuries going on so far this year, what do you think? Quite frankly, would be the biggest injury. AJ Brown's on the list too. By the way, AJ Brown, Rashad White was on the list.
Are you talking about just overall injuries that
Overall
occur in the
injuries.
NFL up to this
Yeah.
point?
Yes. What do you think? What do you think is the biggest injury so far?
Christian McCaffrey for sure. It's got to be.
yeah.
I mean, we knew it was already coming. Like I felt it in my heart. Like this dude is already injured before the season already started. You know, and he's an aging quarterback or running back. So
Mhm.
CMC definitely because of just how he's on the top of the fantasy football list. And you know, if you had that first pick, you're gonna pick him up. And if you had the second pick and he falls to you, you're gonna have to pick him up. You know, so if you had the first and second pick in the fantasy football draft, you're gonna probably get CMC. You know, there's no avoiding it. And
True.
that was kind of a red flag for me. I'm like, man, you know, CMC has to be the biggest one.
What do you think about Corona?
I do believe CMC because he's an automatic 1-2 punch to the draft. So if you're not gonna get him in the first, you're gonna get him in the second, right? And no one's gonna let him get past. No one's no. There's no in fantasy
He's not
football
going
wise.
past first round, bro.
No, like in fantasy football wise, bro. For fantasy speaking purpose only, he's not. He's not like a fifth in line. He's either first or second. And like what Blue Moon said. I mean, I think a lot of people saw it coming because also historically speaking, I don't think like last season's number one player has finished again number one next following season. But obviously it's a chance you take having the first or second round pick. So it's always hard, getting the value off of first or second round pick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I'd say more recently too, the Isaiah Pacheco injury was just traumatizing. I have him in a
Yeah.
couple of leagues, and just seeing that, man. As soon as I saw him get rolled up on, I'm like, oh, he's done for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so-
people are so traumatized they
walk that
just
off.
dropping them, and picking them up instead of putting them on an IR.
I can't believe that happened, dude. He did that last year too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did
some
that
dumb,
last year.
dumb,
I call him
dumb,
out.
Well,
dumb stuff.
it was with Aaron Jones, I think, or somebody. Like he did that last year, and you guys put him back on the team.
And
This
he
time
still
didn't learn his
won,
lesson.
and he still won last year.
So this,
Yeah,
so this
yeah.
is what. To tell you what happened. So the previous thing was, I saw the Pacheco. I think I went to the store somewhere and I saw the Pacheco got dropped. I'm like, ooh, let me go see if I can make a drop and get this guy on IR or something. My team's injured anyway. I'm gonna get this guy. I had this guy added. I'm looking for the drop. Before I hit the OK, I see the notification goes, oh, Corona added Isaiah Pacheco and dropped this one. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Trust me, I was over there going too, bro. It wasn't even just by
well,
itself.
well, look. To be fair, bro. To be fair, and I have proof to back myself up. I waited a whole 5 minutes for him to pick it back
Whole
up.
5 minutes. 5
And
minutes,
That's
guys.
very
That's
generous,
all
sir.
it takes. That's
Somebody else
all it
could easily
takes.
pick him up at
5
that time.
minutes.
Bro. And like I wanted to be I wanted to be a fair, good guy because I was like, okay, one or two things gonna happen. Either I'm gonna pick him up, and I'm gonna like cause a whole chaos in the chat, or two, someone else is gonna pick him up and no one's gonna say nothing. And so I even gave him a chance, and I texted him. I was like, "Are you gonna pick him up?" 2 minutes passes by. I was like, "All right, you know what? Fuck it." I texted him. I'm picking him up.
Fuck that. You shouldn't even feel bad, man. You shouldn't even give him that much time. I mean, he's a grown man. He won last. He's a champion. He should know better. You know, he
He
did
should
this
know what
last
he's
year,
doing. He
and
won.
he cried
You're
about it, and
absolutely
he
right.
got his player back. You know, this time there's no second chance with this.
Yeah, exactly.
he
That's what
just
I was
made it
telling him. I said he made that mistake last year. He ain't doing that shit again. He knows
Nah,
that now. I would say this though. The list is like this. It's talking about CMC, AJ Brown, Kenneth Walker, Raheem Mostert, Jordan Love, Debo Samuel, Cooper Cup, Saints. That has safe defense, but
Puka Nakua and Justin Jefferson for like out. He might
Justin
play next
Jefferson
week,
too,
but
and
Jefferson's
David
playing.
Njoku.
I think
David, no, it's
Evan
David
Ingram too,
Njoku
and warm ups. That's a big one for
and
me at least.
also Graham Gano, the kicker. The kicker is injured too, as well on this list.
Who
I
y'all
would say
picking
this.
up? Who would y'all pick up off the waivers right now?
I would say this. This is obviously for the people watching. If he's still available in your league, that's a sorry ass league. But I think the best pickup for this year, being that he's gonna be out for sure, like 4 weeks,
Mason,
and then even like he's gonna have that lingering whatever hamstring or what was CMC's injury?
his ankle.
Ankle. Okay, a little twist, a little knob, a little bad hip, a little bad hip tackle or whatever. It's it can get aggravated again. So I think
Oh yeah,
Mason, whoever picked up Mason in our league, I think they got a hungry boy.
yeah. You're
Yeah.
talking to Josh right now. He's the one who has
Yeah, that'll
Mason.
be me. I
Actually,
scooped
that's
him
funny.
up.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I don't remember if I drafted him late or if I picked him up after everything's been processed, like before week 1 kicked off. But I
Not
definitely
yet.
picked him up. I saw
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And I was like, man, this is the best handcuff in the league right now.
No, yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and grab him.
I
But yeah,
think
he should definitely not be after. He's already started 2 weeks. He should not be on the waiver. Like you said, if he's still out there, pick him
Your
up.
league sucks.
And that league sucks. Yes, absolutely.
and
Straight up.
oh, I know who you picked up too, Josh. You picked up J.K.
Deion?
Dobbins.
Oh, JK, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
picked him
so-
up.
Those two waiver wire are like probably, if not league winners, if not, they're gonna get you by a good 5-6 weeks. But
I mean, J.K. Dobbins seems to be the guy, but we'll see. You have to keep moving forward, but he seems like the guy, man.
I mean, he is the guy, bro. He was last year. He was in the top 4 rounds.
No, well, I'm only saying that because if he gets hurt, then
Yeah, well,
No,
Yeah,
he's
that's
only saying that because he likes throwing shade at my team. That's all that is.
No.
That's personal.
that's just the truth. He's known to be injury, bro.
yeah.
Have an injury bug. That's not me throwing shade at your team. Now, if you talk about the Eagles, I'll throw shade, but not about them.
Yeah, but again, that's just another guy that should not be on your waivers. If he is, that league sucks as well, and just go ahead and scoop him up now. We gotta be realistic with these waiver wire pickups. Those are both waiver wire pickups from like 2
Yeah.
weeks ago. Like, who would be now on a lot of waivers? Who would be someone that maybe carry value or already has value?
Hey,
What do y'all
man,
think?
look, it's probably going to be a quarterback. It's probably going to be a quarterback, with Jordan Love and stuff, and these two QBs that I don't know if they're contenders or pretenders. You know what I mean? From Derek Carr to Sam Darnold. Hey, man, if you need to pick up one of them, they both are facing some pretty decent matchups. I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard to say who to pick up. If Sam Darnold gets Addison and Jefferson back, I mean, he might have a better look. But, I mean, the way Derek Carr's been doing it with Kamara, it's just crazy, too. So,
I would say if you're like if you want to get a little technical, and if you're like in that deep leagues, like 12-man leagues, I would take Quentin Johnson, bro. I feel like he had whatever he had last year, kind of like an off season, but if he gets something going, I feel like he's a decent flex
waiver
spot.
wire pickup, yeah. I mean,
For
if
a
they
bye
can,
week.
it was that white boy. What's his name? Jamal knows. And what's the white dude at the
Field?
Chargers name? Oh, you know?
Last night
Oh,
McConkley.
What's his name?
Yeah.
McConkley.
Is it
No.
McConkley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, hey
From
man,
Georgia.
he's been getting looks his way.
Nah, but Lat McConkey,
I told y'all he was actually decent.
he's not a pickup. He's not a pickup. I'm pretty sure if you're in a good league, he got drafted like
Oh
late
yeah,
in the
you
like
know for
12.
sure. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's been the one. I'm just talking about for like the Chargers wide receiver room. Like he's kind of like their guy right there. But Quentin
Yeah.
Johnson could emerge as he should. Up there.
Mhm.
He definitely should emerge. Everybody
He
was hoping for
should.
him last year. So
That was last year, but he had the thing where he wasn't just yet to the NFL. And it takes receivers normally 3 years to adjust, even though that trend has, quite frankly, went up to 1 year. But to see it now that it's coming together, the Chargers know what they had. It's just a matter of getting him to believe in himself to do it.
Yeah. So I think he's a good pickup, man. Quentin
yeah,
Johnson. That'll be my take.
yeah.
I got one actually, and Medella might hate like hearing this though, but I think if anyone dropped Keon Coleman in your league, I advise picking him up. Yeah, he did have a goose egg in week 2, but that's also the same. That's the same week that they played the Dolphins where Tua got hurt and Josh Allen only had to throw for like 140 yards. It's just the game script was against him. And a lot of people just see
Gave
that
up
and be
on
like,
him.
no, I can't have this goose egg on my team. Let me go ahead and drop him.
Nope.
But anyone that Josh Allen's throwing to, if you're on a team with Josh Allen, then I think you're worth picking up. Especially being a rookie, you just don't know what they have to offer. I saw him on the waiver. I picked him up right away. I don't have the same courtesy that Rodolfo has of waiting for
Absolutely
5
not.
minutes.
We're here to make some money.
We're here to murder. So.
Hmm.
So yeah, if anyone dropped him, I think it'd be a nice little spot. Maybe like your 5th wide receiver. You never know. I just think there's too much potential there to just be on the waiver.
For sure. And with our league, he could be a keeper. So I mean, you definitely won that one.
Even then, I think who was he getting guarded by? From the Dolphins. I think also the mismatch was there that game too, and obviously it was a negative game script. They didn't have to run, and then with how easily they got
Was Ramsey covering him?
I think it was Ramsey. I think it was Ramsey actually covering.
I don't think it was all game though, but still, I mean,
Yeah, I just don't think I just don't see Khalil Shakir being that number 1 wide receiver
me
over
either.
there, like
Me either.
indefinitely. You know what I mean? So I feel like
No.
they're gonna spread the ball.
They're gonna switch it
Spread
up.
some love out there, and they're gonna switch it up. But it's Josh Allen. You know what I mean? We haven't seen what after 2 weeks of what Keon Coleman can actually do. So
Josh Allen threw the team on his back and ran with it, brother. So I mean, that's just kind of how it's been going out. The reason why he didn't run or throw as much is because he was injured, and they really tried to protect him this time. Which surprisingly, because you see this guy be a little hurt and still be trying to run the ball, so it's crazy to me sometimes. It was great. That game was crazy. I mean, we put a line on it, and we definitely didn't get it right. So,
but I guess also, I mean, we put 2 lines, and we also didn't think, the thought that James Cook was going to have such a wonderful game. So
he had a great game.
Yeah.
Hey,
did you have any waiver wire pickups, Jamal?
Not yet. I mean, the only guys who I've been saying, like I said last week, has been Bucky Irving.
feel like him
We
too.
said last week. Yeah, we've been saying last week. You said not to be worried about Shaw White. Right now, he's on that worry list. People are worried about who should I drop, who should I drop. If you're thinking about dropping Rashad White, I don't blame you. Bucky Irving didn't get too much, but the whole point of the 50-50 split you're looking at, he's on that list to gain 50-50 split the rest of the season. And there's starting some chatter I'm hearing that fans are actually wanting him to be the starter.
Yeah,
you
I
have people on the ground, huh?
I have White in one of my other leagues that I showed y'all. Remember? And then I have.
Yeah.
He's also. I think he's also kind of hurt. Like he's been limited this whole week. So I think that if anything, week 3 would be Bucky Irvin's shot to show the world what he's made of.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players who are rookie guys who are actually coming into their little bit of their form and see how you see the nature of it. That's why we say week 3 is the key moment week of fantasy football. You get to see all the trends at that time. Everything that's happened so far in that time to win games and how I played. Week 3 probably will see a lot more running backs that you don't really thought was going to start the season. And Tampa was one of them. Another one's going to probably be in New York, Braylon Allen, the 20-year-old who's the youngest player who ever started and scored a game. Let's talk of him doing a 50-50 split in New York. And there's also running backs galore going around in Oakland. There's also the running back galore going on in Denver. Some guys that you never heard of are actually getting a start. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see more names come up pretty soon. In the next
Bryce
week
Young getting benched though. What's up with that? None of us drafted him, but let's just a quick sidebar. Yeah, a quick sidebar. Poor kid.
No, I don't. Look, Jamal, this goes back to our conversation where you said, "Oh, Brees Young, it's not his fault." Well, apparently the team thinks it could be his fault. That's why they're gonna have this veteran step in and show him how it's done. So all that does is just back up what I said about Brees Young not being the answer. At least right now, he might need an awakening like this. Losing forfeiture of the team basically, and watching the Red Rocket step in and throw. And just get some life back into this offense.
Get a fire light
You
lit
saw
up under his ass.
who I picked up afterwards too, right? Speculation.
What?
Who did you pick up?
Adam Thielen.
Oh yeah, no, I saw
that.
Yeah, they've already shown they have good chemistry together. So that could be another waiver wire pickup, I guess. If he's available, it's worth a speculative pick. To see if they have chemistry again.
Yeah.
So he's old.
Thielen's a little bit older, but I mean, if they're
both old,
man.
They're both old.
Yeah, but for QB, you could be real old. We've seen that with Tom Brady. For wide receiver, not so much.
I mean, he was old last year too, and he still put in work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if they connect, they connect. Remember, it's another year, another 20 million hits or whatever. Seconds of running and all that. But it's.
Let me put this point to you about Bryce Young real quick, and I'll let y'all talk about him. Bryce Young is in a wrong situation in Carolina. Plain and simple. You benching him, it decreases his value for one, increases his trade value to the other team because they want to trade for him. But two, his thing is about being benched is the fact that he lost confidence in everything he could done. They asked this guy Palmer, "Is this the same Bryce Young that you've seen in college?" And he sadly shaking his head said, "No. This is not the guy who made everyday throws in the dark, make it look so easy. It's not the same guy who comes through here and just leads the team to a win and very confident in his ability to do this thing to read the defense. This is not that guy." So the fact is simple is you saw him play last week on it. It was very scary, very different kind of quarterback, and that reminded me so much of David Carr when the Texans drafted him first overall pick in 2002. We now call it the David Carr effect. He got hit so much, he anticipated a sack all the time at the end of the season and next season. He was never the same. And David Carr was a great quarterback in college. Great quarterback. That line with it Houston put around him was just horrible. Horrible. No weapons. And their expensive franchise expect him to be horrible. But nothing was going good for this kid. Nothing.
So where would you say that he would fit? Where would you think he would shine then?
I've been saying he'll fit great in Miami if they traded for him. But I think right now his value is too high. And I think he'd fit very well over in Indy. Indy would do great for him. If they really wanted to do it really good, send him to New York, the Jets, or the Giants. Either one. Either one. The Giants' offensive line is a mess. The Jets' offensive line is a little bit more mess too. But they have better options at their organization, management-wise, to make it run.
So you want him to sit behind Aaron Rodgers? Said yes. The Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, Aaron Rodgers' contract will be up this year, right? It was a 2-year contract.
But at least he's learning behind one of the greats.
Yep. And then maybe he can coach him and make him feel better. He'll give him some mushrooms or some shit,
I mean, that works with confidence. You never know.
It might open up his mind. I don't know, man. So what's up? You got some start sit cut?
I got some start sit cuts.
Let's roll.
I got some.
I'm excited. Wait.
Before we start that segment, who did the best last week?
Oh, I didn't get a chance to do it. Did you check it, Jamal?
No, I'll try and do it. I fell asleep.
Whoever picked Kamara
Um,
pretty much killed us. I mean, that dude blew up.
yeah, pretty much the Kamara
That was
pick killed
Rodolfo.
everybody. Yeah, he had the Kamara pick, and no matter what everybody else said and did, Kamara is the guy who pretty much killed the whole week for it. So congratulations on Rodolfo for the week. He nailed the Kamara pick.
Yeah, I
Bang,
mean,
bang, bang.
Four touchdowns?
yeah.
He went off. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
So-
I mean, even if we did, none of the players we chose really went off besides him. Devontae Smith had a touchdown. Mike Evans was not good, and DJ Moore did decent. And then for QBs, who do we have? Stroud, who did okay.
Everybody has Stroud, pretty much.
Yeah.
He did okay.
Kamara was the game winning ticket right there.
Different, yeah. I mean, it went really Kamara, and then everybody else was just okay. Nobody else was just like, oh, this guy sucked this and this. No, everybody was just okay on running backs. Tight ends, it really was only who was it really? It was only really
Nobody really
just,
went off, man.
on the tight ends. But Pitts was probably the best option to go with. That's all it was.
Was he? What did he end up getting?
Over likely he didn't do much. I think he only had 2 catches. Kincaid only had 3 or 4 catches for like 30, 40 yards. And Pitts is the best option here, but he was sitting at I didn't get his yardage on his one.
I think we all started Likely, and then you started Kincaid now.
I got Pitt.
Yeah, Pitts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Isaiah Likely had 2 catches, bro.
Yeah,
2
it wasn't
catches.
nothing. Kyle Pitts had 3 catches for 20 yards, so the best one was probably Kincaid, who
Yeah,
had
which wasn't that much.
4
I don't even,
wasn't
yeah,
much.
was it 4 catches?
I think it was like 10 fantasy points or 6.
Four catches, 33 yards. So Kincaid
Yeah,
was the
barely
best
just by.
I kept 2 catches at 10 yards. So
Yeah, it's really
wasn't
there
much.
wasn't much on tight end. So that's why I said whoever got Kamara really took the pie because 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a touchdown each player that you know for our star sit cut. You got QB, wide receiver, tight end, and running back. So I mean, Jesus, yeah, for sure. Like I said, Rodolfo, you pretty much took the cake on that.
So congratulations, sir.
Yeah. So who do you got?
Speaking of
this week, man?
congratulations, real quick to slow it down. Like, did we go over the winner circle part?
So this week,
Yeah, you
Yes,
missed it.
we did.
You already did that. Sorry.
Oh no, I can't miss it. I'm gonna go. No, fuck that. I'm gonna do my
Nah, we
speech
don't
right
got
now.
time for that.
Fuck
we don't
everyone
got
else.
time
I
for that.
scored the most out of
So
everybody.
star sit cut. You got what?
Not the
Kirk
best.
Cousins. You got Sam Darnold and
Yep.
Caleb
Oh.
Williams.
I know
I'll
y'all
give
don't
you
want to hear it. I
5
get it. It's
I
all
give
good.
you 5 seconds because you were late.
I
I'll give you
won.
5
Yeah, you were
seconds.
late.
5
It's not my
seconds.
fault.
5 seconds. Okay.
Okay, all right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go.
Fucking haters.
Go.
Hey, I just feels good to beat the champ. You know, that's all. So, you know, he tried his best. I'll give him an A for effort. And that's it. I look forward to my next match against yours truly, whoever this guy is.
I'm
over
right here. All right, Corona.
Yeah.
Your winner circle. Your time. You won too. See, everybody won except Jamal. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You get your 5 seconds as well.
I mean, I really don't have much to say. I want to, you know, I can say whatever I want to say, but it really doesn't count for much. I was going against Imperial. Nothing against Imperial, you know.
Dang,
Shout out
Pam, if
everybody.
you're listening, you suck. That's what Corona
Nah.
said.
Shout out to the
I'm
boy,
putting
but I
it
mean, it's like his team only put 150 points, so you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So
my boy Josh won in spectacular fashion, 100 points or close to it. I think that's what he was projected. Did you hit those?
What?
I said you were supposed to win by 100 points. Did you get it?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really check after I scored like 250 some points.
Okay.
I just
All
really
right,
wasn't
Jamal.
catching up.
Who you guys? Absolutely not.
quarterbacks. So the quarterbacks we got this easy. It's pretty easy for this one. Sam Darnold versus the Texans. Caleb Williams versus the Colts in AR-15. And you also have Mr. Who did I say earlier?
Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, and Caleb Williams.
Kirk Cousins.
who's Kirk going against?
The Chiefs, right?
Chiefs. Tell me what you think.
That's rough.
It is rough.
Mhm.
All right,
Very
Like I
rough.
said,
who's taking that?
I'll take first then. All right. So I would take. Oh, I don't want to do this, but he's been the hottest to me. Sam Darnold against the Texans.
You're starting Sam Darnold on the Texans.
Yep.
They're playing
Okay.
in Minnesota. So that's one thing. Is Jefferson playing?
Might be, might not be. That's the one thing that's yeah. But he's been the hottest, so I am gonna sit Kirk and cut Caleb.
Ooh. Okay, Mister Weekly Chap here. Go ahead, sir. What you think? Kirko, Sam Darnold, or Mister Rookie Painted Nails, heterosexual, homosexual, whatever you want to call him, Caleb Williams.
Who's that for?
QBs.
No, who's that for? Who you asking?
I'm asking you, Kirko,
Oh, okay.
Caleb, or Mister Sam Darnold.
Sorry, I have connection issues over here while I'm driving. Who does Caleb Williams play?
They are 15 the Colts.
The Colts in Indianapolis.
Yeah, at Indy.
Ooh,
Yes.
man, it's like a lose situation. I'll tell you what. And Kirko's playing against the Chiefs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And are we going based on fancy stats alone?
Yep.
Yeah, fantasy pass alone.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with Kirko. I'm gonna go ahead and start Kirko. This where kind of gets tough because we don't know the status of these big name players. You know, we don't know if Jefferson's gonna play. I think he is. It sounded like he was. And on the other side, we got who they got that's injured over there?
Caleb. Oh, where?
Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Both of them.
I'm sorry for Caleb Williams.
Keenan
Allen's hurt, right?
Keenan Allen's hurt.
But he's gonna play next week. He's gonna play.
Yeah, he's going to play.
Yeah, it's like a small injury.
Okay, and I think Addison's supposed to come back too. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start Kirko. I'll bench Sam Darnold and I'll drop Caleb Williams.
Ooh. Jesus. You got that down? Got that down?
Yep. Next.
I think that's Mr. Corona.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say.
You starting
I'm double
Kirko?
dipping. I agree with everything he said.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
dropping Caleb
Kirko?
Williams. I'm dropping Caleb Williams, and I'm going so far that I'm gonna hand him another L. I think he's gonna go on the road to take another L at Indy. I think Indy's gonna get their first win at home. Indy's different at home, man. I'm telling you, they're better at home. So I think Caleb Williams is gonna have another rough week like he did here at NRG Stadium.
Yeah, I think
then
Jamal's
I'm a-
gonna start Caleb. That's why he's laughing.
Caleb Williams is gonna throw you for another 120 yards and 1 touchdown. So you don't expect much from the boy.
You said you're gonna double dip with Josh. So sit,
yeah.
Sit Sam and cut Caleb. Yep.
Yeah, so
Smart man.
Just like that. But yeah.
All right, cool. What you got?
I'm going opposite. I'm gonna cut Sam Darnold.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Cut Sam Darnold.
Who you
I'm
gonna
gonna sit Kirko.
Ooh.
What did I say? What did I say?
The Bears rookie, he's too good. From what I'm saying, he's too good. I'm not bitching him against Indy at home. I know Indy is different at home. There's reason behind this. I can go to explanation for like a minute. You want to give me a minute? I can give you an explanation real quick.
Nah, we're good. All right, bro. Go to the next people. I don't need a
All
minute.
right. Yeah, we need a minute on that one for sure. Running backs. So the running backs are a little bit different this time. So running backs, I'm going by the platoon. And then you give me your team, the platoon. We get it to team. And then you tell me which running back you're going to pick. Okay? Start off with the Chiefs. And which one you're going to pick. Either you're going to go with the supposed starter, which I think it's the guy name is
Carson Steele.
Chester.
Carson Steele.
Carson Steele. Carson Steele, sorry.
Yeah.
Carson Steele or Kareem Hunt, who they just signed today.
Or you forgot one more.
P. Ryan.
Sam Panini.
Samaje Perine.
Yep.
The Perine or Perine? Because someone gave me the argument about it today earlier.
It's
Perine.
Perine. They say Perine, like when they say his name.
Perine
Yeah, P. Ryan.
or Perine? Perine, right?
P.
Yes.
Ryan.
Perine. Yeah.
Okay, that's one. The next one are the Bucs versus the Broncos. You got Rashad White coming back and also Bucky Irving. If those two play, who are you picking? And then you also have, Jesus Christ, the Steelers. I'm sorry, the Steelers. Jalen Warren or Najee Harris versus the Chargers.
Oh, that's the.
It's a crapshoot. Crapshoot.
Yeah, I'm going Najee Harris from the Steelers, bro. That man got 20 touches like that, didn't he?
That's what I was looking at. I was looking at
What
both.
the
I mean,
fuck?
they were both going in. Honestly, I mean, but Harris, yeah. Honestly,
So
to
you're
me, the
saying
Steelers,
that
Steelers would be
it's
the
a
start
two-part
for
question.
me.
So you're going to start in the Steelers versus the Chargers. What you're saying?
Yeah.
Over the Bucks, over the Broncos, and over the Chiefs, over the Falcons.
Yes.
Steelers is your number one start.
Yeah,
And you're
because
going to go rock.
there. I mean, to be honest, I feel like from Kansas City, you don't expect them to like blow up that much. And I mean, I get her like Hunt, great player, whatever, but it's like the same thing, Like when he went to the Browns, he did do good. Don't get me wrong, but obviously it's his first day back. Like you don't.
You couldn't even beat out Ford at the Browns. I don't know.
Yeah. So like it's like you don't expect them to be like 3 days in and already like get yourself 10 points or something, on fantasy wise. So I feel like they're they're gonna get creative and utilize Xavier Worthy more or something, instead of relying on the run game.
What do you think?
Me, dude, I'm
Wait,
thinking
is
the
that-
same thing.
so-
I'm starting the Steelers, Harris, and Warren, bro.
Well, so it's just this way. So you did say you started the Steelers, Corona,
Yes.
and you're cutting the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, I'm cutting the Chiefs.
And you're also sitting down, I guess, in the Buccaneers team.
Yeah.
But and your start, you're going to automatically go to Najee over Jalen.
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Keys, you said the same thing in his exact order. But you're going to start. You're rolling with Najee over Jalen.
Oh, so we have to. I thought we were just choosing teams, but I mean, it doesn't matter really because
they
both. I think they both are gonna do good. To be honest,
Okay.
I mean, they're using the ball, so it don't matter whoever you want to give me. Who did you pick, Rodolfo? I just picked the other guy.
He picked Najee.
I picked Najee Harris.
All right, I'll pay. I mean, actually, I'll pay Najee. That dude, he's looking great, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're talking about all these guys, that's
You can't go wrong because Warren gets used a lot in the passing game too. So
yeah, I'm just saying they're both are gonna eat. It's just kind of tough. So, but yeah, I'll go Harris, and I mean, yeah, I feel the same way because that still Kareem P. Ryan situation is tough.
Okay,
So,
Mr.
I would cut them. Yeah,
Mr. Blue Moon, who you say? First of all, what team you're going to?
So sorry, who was that third team besides the Steelers and the
Bucks
Chiefs?
and Chiefs. Bucks.
The Bucks. Okay, man. Bucks are playing who again?
Broncos.
Remind me. Broncos. Ooh.
They're playing at home though. They're playing the Tampa Bay playing at home.
Yeah, I just don't know about that situation, Matt. They're all pretty questionable. Najee would probably be the safest bet, but
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to change up because I'm not layman like y'all. I'm going to go ahead and start Samaje Perine. I feel like,
Ooh.
yeah, and I'm gonna tell you
Ooh.
why. One, Kareem Hunt's he's only on the practice squad. You really think they're gonna bring him in by the end of this week and give him a full workload or half the workload or any kind of workload?
They're gonna give him some workload. I promise you.
But it won't be this week. I mean, if they do, he's not going to perform this week. I'll be very surprised if he takes the starting gig over these other two guys, especially Samaje. He's the veteran. Carson Steele, this dude is a fullback. He runs a 4.75. He is not going to get any work. He might get some goal line work,
Yeah,
but
because he's big.
not that guy.
He's big.
He's not going to be that guy between the 20s. I think it's going to be Samaje Perine. He's a good pass catching back. He's a veteran, and I feel like he's going to get a lot of the volume. He is still out there too. I just again, it is a big question mark. I just wanted to be a little different. I'm not a big fan of Najee. I mean, I want to be different on this, and I feel good about Samaje this week. I don't think Kareem Hunt. Maybe next week we can discuss Kareem Hunt, but I don't think this week he's going to be much of a factor. But I could be wrong.
So you're cutting who?
Oh, I got to cut. That's right. I'm gonna cut the Tampa Bay Bucks situation over there, and I'm gonna just sit the Steelers situation.
Okay. I'm going to do a little bit differently than these guys. I'm going to cut the Chiefs. I can't.
That's what we did.
Okay. Calm down.
So you're gonna start Bucks and Irving? Oh, okay, great. All right.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I know.
I mean, you read me like a point. I mean, damn, the crescendo's over. I'm
You're
starting
easy.
Bucks and Irving.
You're easy.
I'll tell you what, I don't hate that because I mean, Bucky, he's like really efficient with the ball. I mean, it's like 7 carries per yard. I mean,
Yeah, Bucky's nice.
seven
Hey,
yards.
who
per
you
carry.
picking? You said Irving.
Irving. I'm going Irving.
Too early.
You say it's too early. I'm not sure why you say it's too early, but
Because they're still. I think you even said it too. They're gonna maybe the first half of the season they're gonna try to lean on White to be that guy, and Bucky's gonna slowly start incorporating himself more and more into that offense.
White's
I think it's Rashad's situation to lose. It's
White.
his back for the lose, and he's slowly losing it. It
Yeah,
just
Yeah, I
won't
said
be.
that. Yep.
Yep.
You're right. It's White's job to lose. All right, what you got for tight ends though?
tight ends. Okay. Crap, I had the crap. Where did I have him?
So Mike Gesicki for tight end. All right.
Yeah.
Man.
Juwan Johnson
Jawan Johnson, come on
versus
down.
the Eagles. And Hunter Henry versus the Jets.
Hold on. Oh, dang. You know, I'm going to start Mike Gesicki. I like that guy. I'm going to sit Juwan Johnson. And I will cut Hunter Henry.
Okay.
What you got, Jamal?
I like Gesicki in this one. I like Gesicki a lot in this one. And I'm gonna start Gesicki. I'm gonna sit. I said Hunter Henry. Who's the other one I said? Hunter Henry
Juwan Johnson.
and God. I'm cutting Juwan Johnson. I'm gonna sit Hunter Henry.
All right.
Can't
Who
do
you
it.
got,
I can't do that.
Josh?
All right, I am going to, and the reason I'm saying this is because I think T. Higgins might be back this week, and I feel like that's a big reason why Gesicki is getting the production he's getting. So I'm going to bench Gesicki. I'm going to cut Juwan Johnson, and I'm going to start Hunter Henry.
Oh, I like that. I like that. We all hit something different.
Okay. And your receivers. Last one on the list. Okay. I'm going to go with a couple of young guys here on the list to see what we got out here. Okay. So we have Mr. Malik Neighbors versus the Browns. Okay. Brian Thomas Jr. versus the Bills at the Bills' house, and we got Zay Flowers versus who they're playing against the Cowboys at Cowboy Stadium.
Who was the last one?
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flores. I got you.
Mhm.
Oof. All right.
Couple of young guys. We'll see how they do.
You know who I like a lot? Man, and he's been getting touchdowns every week. Zay Flowers. I would start Zay Flowers.
He didn't get a touchdown last week.
He didn't? I thought he did. Well, I'm still going to pick Zay Flowers, bro.
Okay.
I'm going to start Zay. Ugh. Man, Malik put in work last week, but with Daniel, I'm going to sit Thomas, and I will cut Neighbors, even though I don't want to, but that's just the order. It just rolls that way. Who you got, Josh?
Who's the third one? You said Neighbors.
It's Malik
said
Neighbors,
Flowers.
Brian Thomas, and Zay Flowers.
Oh, Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, that's why it's just kind of a little bit hard, but yeah.
And who do they play? They have a tough matchup, don't they?
Jaguars is at the Bills.
Yeah,
The
at
Bills.
the Bills. Okay.
Neighbors is in Germany.
In Germany?
In Germany against the Browns.
Ooh, yeah.
And you have
and Zay Flowers is
Zay
where?
Flowers is in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Zay Flowers.
You're starting Zay Flowers?
Starting Zay Flowers. It's just those matchups are tough, man. I'm going to have to. I'm gonna have to sit Neighbors, even though he has a tougher matchup than Thomas, and I'm gonna cut Thomas.
Ooh. Okay.
So yeah.
All right, Jamal.
I want to
Give
start.
these hard ones out.
Yeah, I'm getting these hard ones out. I'm gonna cut Neighbors. Fuck, I have a feeling that's gonna be a bad choice.
I'm gonna start Brian Thomas. All right, bro.
I thought about that too. I see he's gonna write it out. So I'm gonna start Brian Thomas over everything. I'm gonna sit Zay Flowers.
Yep,
I'm gonna sit Zay
there
Flowers.
it goes. There
That's
it
fair.
goes.
I'm gonna sit
There
Zay
it goes.
Flowers, but I'm gonna
Nah, I ain't know nothing. That's it, bro. You did it. You start Brian Thomas. You're gonna sit Flowers, and you're gonna cut Malik Neighbors. That's what you're going with, right? That's what you're going with.
no.
No, what you rolling with then?
No.
Jesus.
You're right. I think
Alright.
it's too hard about this. It's easy. Denzel Ward is gonna shut that man down. No way. No
So
way.
there
Denzel
you
Ward's
have
gonna
it, folks.
There you Brian Thomas going all the way. He's a true number one in Jacksonville. I'm not sure what people think about Gabe Davis comeback game. Yada. No,
He hasn't played,
he's played.
so he played
Not
week
well.
1 and not week 2.
He's played. It's
But-
just
So he hasn't played a regular season game.
Gabe Davis has played.
Okay.
He just hasn't played a good, meaningful game, but he has played.
Okay.
So the question is now, this is going back into Buffalo. Will Gabe Davis have the game that's like a payback game or not?
No.
I don't know.
That's a no
I
for
don't
me,
know.
dog. That's a no for me, dog. That's why I went with
Okay.
Zay Flowers. That's the number one there. It's either Isaiah Likely or him. Or Mark Andrews, if that.
So
Everyone else get
Brian
looked at,
But
but
you
yeah.
could have also made it all rookies and like select like Keon or somebody.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I could have got Keon too.
Or Marvin Harrison Jr.
yeah,
I could have done Marvin Harrison Jr. too.
We could do it next time.
Probably would have been good for that one. Marvin Jr. versus the Lions. Oh God, no.
That's a tough matchup as well.
That would have been another rookie and rookie crime. We just saw it Sunday night. Odunze versus Karamari Lassiter. So if you're going to go Marvin Harrison Jr., it would have been top pick Terrion Arnold, who, by the way, shut down Mike Evans, versus top pick receiver Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, I love that. You gotta love that.
We gotta stop this rookie on rookie crime. This should not be up for debate in this kind of chat. There's no more hatred for that stuff. No way.
I like it. Picasso.
Picasso.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game.
It is a beautiful game. I'm liking the young guys coming here, and they get to. You see the talent, how much the talent has risen up real quick. They can contribute so quickly, and you get to see not just offensively, you get to see it defensively too. I like that. It's a good battle to see, but both ways come out so good.
Yeah, but other than that, you guys got anything else to add?
No, but I gotta get out of here, guys.
Cool. Yeah, we do too, man. Hey, we're signing off. Everybody who won, say what's up, you know. But
Nah.
oh, you won too. Sorry, Jamal. It wasn't your week.
I went everywhere except for my own league. So
that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm 2-0 and 1-1, so I'm happy. But yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll catch y'all later.
Catch you later.
Peace.
Peace.